You know, you can't really say Brad Pitt's ever had like a reconnaissance or something like that, because Brad Pitt has never gone anywhere for like 30 years. He's always been just a constant in Hollywood. Of course, he's hit peaks, stuff like that, won an Academy Award recently, and he's got Bullet Train out right now. Well, when you've got the kind of career that Brad Pitt has, you work with a lot of people, you rub shoulders with a lot of people, maybe you start putting together, in my best Chris Jericho, a list. You start putting together a list, and apparently it's called the shit list. Now, Aaron Taylor Johnson was just, of course, working with Brad Pitt on Bullet Train. And Aaron Taylor Johnson, in talking with Brad Pitt, obviously they hung out a lot, had a good time on it. Aaron Taylor Johnson mentioned the fact that Brad Pitt has indeed a list, a shit list of people he will not work with. And this is what Aaron Taylor Johnson had to say about it. He said, he is in a new chapter of his life, I think. You work with many actors, and after a while, you start making notes. I'm definitely not working with this person ever again. Brad has this list too. He has his good list of the people he wants to work with and the shit list, which are people he will never work with. I'm assuming some of those people he's worked with before, maybe some people he's never worked with ever. Now, I saw some discussion surrounding this and saying, well, isn't that kind of prissy of Brad Pitt saying, I won't work with certain people and whatever? I was like, no, man, come on. You watching this right now, you have people you will not work with. I have people that I will not work with. Ray, well, let's face it, Ray has very low standards. He's here, so I mean, whatever.
You're here.
But I mean, I don't think it's that unusual of a thing of somebody who's had a career as long as Brad Pitt has had to know, listen, I'm water and some people are oil, and I won't mix with everybody. So there are people I don't want to work with. Aaron, let me throw this over to you as the one working actor here in the room. Like, does this sound all that unusual that actors will have lists of people they will and will not work with?
I don't have an Academy Award. I don't have a body of work of Brad Pitt. I don't have even half the number of credentials, the amount of fame that Brad Pitt has. And I, too, have a shit list. I think everybody does. Now, granted, there are certain people on said shit list that if they offered me a job, I would kind of have to go, all right, well, I guess I kind of need this. I need them more than they need me. There are definitely those people. Yes. One of the people on my shit list was recently in the news. No, it's not Ezra Miller, but everybody has those people that they work with, like you said, that you just can't stand. And it's not even just actors and actors. Like there's a certain producer that I worked with, quite intensely on a series, and I will never work with him again, not just because of the way that I saw him treat me, but the way that I saw him treat the entire cast and the crew. And I was saying this about, speaking of Nancy Drew, one of the things that I love about coming in and working on a show in the 4th or 5th season is that at that point, as far as the crew goes, they've weeded out all the bad eggs. First seasons, everybody's on their good game. Second season, the gloves come off, everybody starts being themselves. And so they realize, oh, you're toxic, you're annoying, we're going to get rid of you. So by season 4, the crew is amazing. And when I went to Nancy Drew, everyone was absolutely lovely. But unfortunately with the cast...
Just a quick question. What season did they kill off your character in Spartacus?
I left after...
Well, it was one of the earlier seasons, right?
It was season 1. Yeah, I wonder why I never keep...
Wow.
All the shows that I do. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Maybe I'm that toxic, annoying person. Probably.
They kept bringing you back.
Well, you keep bringing me back. What's up with that?
Sure too, yes.
I'm toxic and annoying here, and yet I continue to come here to annoy everyone. No, but the Nancy Drew cast, a lot of times, unfortunately, the cast, because they're on camera, you can't replace them, so you're a lot of times stuck. But even in that cast, they're just a remarkable group of people. And I found out that they realize some people just don't fit with our vibe, so you make changes. And I think that that's the way to a healthy work environment, is to know what your personal standards are, and expect that from the people around you. Tom Cruise has the same thing, from what I've heard, is he expects a certain standard for himself and for the people around him, and that is why he and the movies that he makes are continuously successful.
Rob, I mean, look, you've worked in the industry. I mean, it's probably, I'm assuming it's not just Brad Pitt people in front of the camera. I'm assuming it's also producers, directors, writers behind the camera, that you probably develop a list over time of like, I won't go there again.
Yes. I mean, we used to joke about it openly. We're like, you just made my list.
Yeah.
And I think that, look, sometimes it is people just don't gel. But sometimes people have personalities that you just want to punch them in the face, and you can't work like that. You can't, being with people that make you want to, some people's personalities are like fingers on a chalkboard. And I think one of the things about Hollywood, as you would say, is you have to like the people. I'm willing to sacrifice. I mean, I hate to say this, but if somebody's 80% talented and then someone's 100% talented, if the 100% talented person is just, you can't work with this person, I'll take the 80% person.
Why do you think I'm still around?
Because it is a social business. And when everybody's working, I keep going back to that Laurence Olivier quote when they were making Marathon Man and Dustin Hoffman comes in and he hadn't slept for like 3 days, because he's a method actor. And Laurence Olivier said, Dustin, my dear, it's acting.
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens like that. And it doesn't mean people are bad. Sometimes they just don't gel with you. They don't vibe, like you'd said. And it's better not to work with those people.
And then you see people that have great reputations, like a Tom Hanks, or like a Sandra Bullock. The people that go, I mean, everyone says, man, I just love having this person around. When you think about the number of hours and the amount of time that are invested into being on set with someone, you got to make sure it's someone you like.
All right, guys, question is for you. Apparently, Brad Pitt has a list. Are you on it? Would you want to be on it? Whatever you guys think about that, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey, guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh's quick and easy recipes, 20-minute meals, and low-prep, low-cleanup options provide an even faster route to putting food on the table around your packed schedule. You need another reason to stay in for dinner? HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. Guys, Ann and I love HelloFresh. We're both working professionals, so in the end of the day comes along, we're both so tired and frazzled and trying to figure out what to do for dinner. Most of the time, we just end up running out for dinner, which is expensive. But when we've got HelloFresh, it gives us a fun activity to do together, making quick, delicious meals and easy to clean up. We love it. So go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the code Campea16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/Campea16 using the promo code Campea16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.